Stop what you're doing for a second. Imagine the fastest guard in the NBA paired with the longest, most disruptive defensive force basketball has ever seen. Speed, length, pressure, space distortion. Now put that combination in the Western Conference. That's not just a playoff team, that's a problem. Because if De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama ever fully sync, the rest of the NBA won't just be adjusting. They'll be scrambling, and here's why. The fastest player in the league meets the longest Fox isn't just quick. He's violent with pace. One hesitation and he's past you. One high screen and he's collapsing your entire defense. He thrives in chaos, pushing tempo, attacking gaps, forcing defenders to backpedal in panic. Now imagine that chaos being funneled toward a 74 target who can catch lobs 6 feet above the rim. That's vertical pressure at a level defenses aren't built for. Pick your poison. Contain Fox and give him space to pull up. Step up and risk a lob that's physically uncontestable. There is no correct answer, and that's before we even talk about defense. The pick and roll that breaks geometry, the NBA has always revolved around the pick and roll. But this version, it's different.
15 to 20 years from now, the GOAT conversation is gonna go like this. MJ, Braun, and Wemby. Those are the 3 names that are gonna come up in the GOAT conversation. Because if this man stays healthy, right, he's going to be arguably the best defensive player we've ever seen.
When Fox turns the corner, defenders are already in recovery mode. Now add Wembanyama setting the screen. You can't switch, Fox burns bigs. You can't drop, Wemby shoots. You can't trap, he's tall enough to pass over it. Traditional coverage fails. Modern coverage struggles. Even elite defensive teams would have to experiment possession by possession. And that inconsistency, that's where elite duels feast. Transition becomes unfair. Fox in transition is terrifying by himself. Now imagine him running with Wembanyama trailing. Defenders must choose. Stop the ball, protect the rim. Because if 2 defenders commit to Fox, the lob is automatic. If they retreat to protect Wemby, Fox glides to the rim untouched. It's a no-win scenario at full speed. And in today's NBA, pace is weaponized. This duel turns pace into punishment. Defensive chaos on the other end here. What makes this pairing even scarier. Fox has grown into an aggressive point-of-attack defender. He pressures ball handlers. He jumps passing lanes. He forces mistakes. Now put Wembanyama behind him, erasing mistakes, blocking shots, altering angles. Fox can gamble more aggressively knowing the rim is protected. Wembanyama can roam more freely knowing perimeter containment exists. That synergy creates turnovers. Turnovers create transition. Transition creates points. Points create separation. It's a loop, and it feeds itself. The psychological impact, there's something deeper here than X's and O's. Fox plays with swagger, confidence, relentlessness. Wembanyama plays with inevitability, calm dominance. When you combine urgency with inevitability, opponents feel pressure. Pressure speeds decisions. Speed creates mistakes. Mistakes change games. And in playoff environments, that psychological tilt matters. Imagine facing that duo in a Game 7. Fox attacking relentlessly. Wembanyama protecting everything. The margin for error disappears. The Spurs system is built for this. The San Antonio Spurs don't operate in chaos. They operate in structure, spacing, ball movement, defensive accountability. If Fox's speed is placed inside a disciplined system instead of a frenetic one, his efficiency could skyrocket. He wouldn't have to force late clock heroics every night. He'd have a generational release valve. And Wembanyama would benefit from elite guard creation, something most young bigs desperately need. That balance accelerates development. The ceiling is terrifying. Let's project this realistically. Fox in his prime. Wembanyama entering MVP territory. One collapsing defenses horizontally, the other vertically. It stretches opponents in 2 directions at once. Most stars dominate one dimension. This pairing dominates both. It's not just scoring.
Challenge for the Spurs.
Wembanyama. Oh, on French Heritage Night.
Double team Wemby, said, okay, you're not going to play him. 8 attempted threes, make it 9 for the Wizards already. That's more than they normally take.
And they're the worst 3-point shooting team And the second worst is Wemby goes back to back.
It's spatial control. They would dictate where defenders stand. And once you control positioning, you control outcomes. Western Conference implications: the West is brutal. Elite guards everywhere. Elite bigs everywhere. But how many teams have an answer for both extreme speed and extreme length simultaneously? You can build for physicality. You can build for shooting. But building for Fox plus Wembanyama requires rare versatility. Switchable wings, mobile bigs, multiple rim protectors. And even then, you're reacting. They'd be dictating. End-of-game situations, late-game offense often slows to isolation. But imagine the final 2 minutes. Fox with the ball, Wembanyama screening. Defense hedges hard, Fox slips a pocket pass. Now it's a 74 finisher against rotating defenders, or the defense switches. Fox isolates a slower big, game over, double Fox, kick out, rotate. Find Wembanyama relocating for a 3. There's no clean answer, and clutch basketball is about exploiting hesitation. This duel would manufacture hesitation. Longevity of the threat: this isn't a short window scenario.
All the film that you've seen on him before coming into the league is what he does. But I think as he gets older and he gets, more efficient, he makes the game look a lot easier, I think it's gonna be ridiculous.
I really, really love winning. It's what I love most in life. And we get a whole lot more to come.
Switches onto Fox. That's a mismatch. Fox going to try and go to work. With the... He caught a couple of bodies.
Saves the handle. Wemby does the same thing. Shot clock at 5. Has to throw it up. And he banked it in! Como se va!
Maybe it had a chance if he could get it off the glass.
Wembanyama is just beginning. Fox is entering his peak. Their timelines overlap perfectly. That's dangerous, because this wouldn't be a one-season flash. It would be sustained contention. And sustained contention forces other franchises into desperation moves, overpaying in trades. Rushing development, mortgaging draft capital, that ripple effect changes the league landscape. The highlight factor, let's be honest. The league thrives on spectacle. Fox's blur speed drives, Wembanyama's alien blocks, lob finishes that look like video game glitches. The entertainment factor alone would dominate headlines. And attention fuels confidence. Confidence fuels performance. Performance fuels wins. Momentum matters. Defensive adjustments won't be enough even if teams design specific schemes. Execution under pressure is another challenge. You might stop them for stretches. You might contain them for quarters, but over a 7-game series, talent usually wins, and this combination isn't just talented, it's complementary. Speed complements length. Pressure complements patience. Aggression complements control. That balance is rare. The league has seen this before, but not like this. We've seen dominant duos, but usually they share similar styles. This is contrast. Contrast creates unpredictability. Unpredictability breaks scouting reports, and broken scouting reports create chaos. The NBA adjusts quickly, but it struggles when archetypes are unfamiliar. And there's nothing familiar about this pairing. The defensive ceiling is championship-level. Picture a playoff series. Fox chasing elite guards. Wembanyama anchoring the paint. Switchable wings filling gaps. Fast breaks ignited by blocks. It's not just offense driving fear. It's the two-way dominance. Championship teams defend. This duo would defend with speed and length simultaneously. That's rare air. Imagine year 2 together, chemistry refined, timing perfected. Fox knowing exactly where Wembanyama wants the ball. Wembanyama knowing exactly when Fox will attack. The pick and roll becoming muscle memory. The defensive rotations automatic. That's when it stops being potential and becomes inevitability. The final warning: the NBA always underestimates quiet builds. The Spurs historically operate without noise. No desperate splashes, no rush timelines, just calculated growth. If De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama ever align in that system fully, the rest of the league won't just be nervous. They'll be chasing, because speed plus length is a nightmare. But speed plus length inside structure, that's a dynasty blueprint. And if that blueprint ever materializes in San Antonio, the Western Conference won't just have a contender, it will have a problem. A long-term problem, one that moves too fast to catch and stands too tall to shoot over. That's not hype, that's math, and the math says this.